Scott Tuggles Diamore, who I saw take some shots at you on Twitter.
Yeah, he's still on the list. And it serves him right because Toronto got beat again in the playoffs, so they got, he was always, every time that happens, I'm happy about that because up around Windsor, the business depends on whether or not Toronto does good in the playoffs. Like the bars are packed, and everything. So I'm happy that the sports bar that he works at that he owns was not packed.
Wow. Chris, I live in a gigantic mansion. I need a forklift to move my fish tank, Jericho.
And I do concerts in the middle of coronavirus outbreaks.
Well, he did not test positive for COVID, so he came out unscathed at least.
Cornette really went after him about that. Him and Cornette are feuding pretty good now, I guess. Yeah, they're feuding.
Twitter, you mean?
Yeah, on Twitter. Jericho banned him from watching AEW anymore. Cornette's gone after Jericho in some of his matches. Because he was very upset that Jericho's selling for Orange Cassidy now and thinks it's embarrassing the business and stuff. And then he got pissed because Cornette's a big liberal, so he can win. Chris.
Please, if you can, while we're doing the disco list, can you find that for me so I could hear it?
It's a long clip. It's like 14 minutes. So, why don't you do this? You can listen to it.
The Twitter thing. Didn't they have Twitter back and forth? Yeah.
But he's still. Yeah, Jericho's definitely
on the list.
First of all, he's on the list for the demo guide, bragging about the ratings, and the ratings are in, they're doing breathalyzer numbers, 0.0. Well, literally, like, I think if you blow like alcohol, like there's a certain level you blow, you're dead, where you're 50% blood alcohol. But people have had the higher alcoholic blood alcohol contents than the ratings of their show in their demos.
Oh,
so if he's the demo god, it's a good moniker for him because he drinks a lot. So he's like, the demo god, he's doing breathalyzer numbers.
There's your clickbait right there.
Yeah, I'm going to write.
Hang on, I got some of the tweets here before you move on. So it started from Jericho tweeting, I'm officially, this is after Cornette was highly critical of Jericho and Orange Cassidy's, interactions recently. He says, I'm officially on his podcast, yeah. Right. So Jericho tweets, I'm officially banning the Jim Cornette from watching any and all future episodes of AEW Dynamite and AEW Dark. He is under AEW wrestling suspension until further notice. Thank you. #DemoGod. Cornette tweeted back, Chris, I appreciate your consideration of my sanity, but I do it as a service to the wrestling fan. They need some measure of comfort in these cosplay times we're in, but don't worry, I never watch Dark. P.S. Careful of the drooling bikers. Brian Last, who is Cornette's co-host. And producer, whatever, says, looks like Jericho started early today. He probably should have waited until I released tomorrow's drive-thru where we talk about how stupid he is for playing concerts during a pandemic. P.S. We don't watch the shitty YouTube show. And that's all that's in this report. But so Cornette banned from watching AEW, but says that he will continue to do it for his for his listeners. Yeah.
So that's an angle, right? Is that an angle? Yeah. But Jericho's on the list for sure.
And he calls him the COVID god instead of demo god. So
yeah.
Okay.